Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm KD. These are my Leaf Diaries. Tonight I'll be reviewing another cigar, another interesting and special edition, as per usual. This is the San Cristobal 20th anniversary, or 20th Aniversario. This is a La Casa del Habano edition cigar. It's quite interesting, special. It was post-production for a while. Now it comes back to the shops. So it's going to be quite nice to have a taste again. I bought this from the Calimán Caribe event in Sofia for the Bolivar Argentes launch on the 15th of November. So two and a half weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now, actually, just 3 weeks ago. So very much looking forward to this. But I'll talk to you a bit more about the cigar when I light it up and get it done so I can start enjoying it. I'm also going to have a chat with you guys about Habanos pricing. Interesting subject, I know. It was very briefly discussed in my group. A few people asked me a few questions. It's a very long conversation. I didn't have the patience to type as many messages as I should have to try and explain it, so I decided to take the opportunity to use this video to try and explain at least what I know about how Habanos operates and why different prices in different countries, what's intricate about certain countries and their regional editions and global launches and all the rest of it. So, without further ado, let's get cutting, lighting and smoking. We've got it cut and lit and we're now thoroughly enjoying it. So, a little bit more about the San Cristobal 20th Aniversario La Casa del Habano edition. Now, this cigar was released to commemorate the 20th anniversary of the San Cristobal brand. But also it was released to commemorate the 500th year anniversary of the founding of Havana, Cuba. So, San Cristobal has always been tied to Cuba. Very often certain releases are tied into Cuba. Even this year's Habanos festival, the San Cristobal that came out was exclusive for Cuba. So not a regional edition, but exclusively sold in Cuba. Quite a special release as well. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm hoping I'll be able to get my hands on them to try them. This year's regional for Cuba, not regional edition, the San Cristobal, which is exclusive for Cuba. Vitola de Galera Capuletos, 52 ring gauge by 162. Factory name is Double Robusto. Very rare Vitola Capuletos. It's the only other one that I'm aware of is Romeo o Giulietta Deluxe Edition, Limitada 2013. Is also a Capuletto, so quite a rare Vitola. Really nice size, big boy, I like to call these sort of cigars, and very good construction. The ash, I mean, you can see the ash, it's quite nice. The burn is very, very even, so I'm very happy with it. The draw is magnificent. Right now, very traditional San Cristobal flavors, earthy, cedary, leathery, a little bit of spice. So it's quite nice, really, really nice, to be honest with you. This is one, if not, it's too early to tell, this particular one, but it's one of the best San Cristobal de la Habana cigar that I've tried. I've also just tried I also just got a few Mercaderes, which is a 15-year-old La Casa del Habano, which I'm expecting to receive by the end of the weekend probably. And I got some really nice Ramon Aliones 898s, some El Rey del Mundo La Reina. So there's tons coming up for your enjoyment, guys. I'll be reviewing quite a few old, rare and new exclusive cigars on this channel, so please subscribe if you haven't done so still. I think you're gonna find quite a few exquisite cigars here to find out how they are and are they worth it. Now, for the pairing, I've got something interesting. It's a Campbelltown single malt Scotch, and not easy to find. I was quite lucky around Black Friday. I was able to get an offer on this. It's the Springbank 10-year anniversary. Sorry, 10-year anniversary, 10-year-old. This is a 46%, quite a serious drip, big boy drip. Or big boy dram, big boy drink, whatever you want to call it. It's not for the faint of heart. Springbank are quite famous for the way they distill. They don't, not dilute, what's the right word? It evades me, but they do not reduce the percentage as they distill. They keep high percentage, which is quite nice. So yeah, let's find out how this is. Ooh. Wow. Okay. And of course, I've got my DMS glass, my favorite DMS glass. Oof. There we go. There's a nice serving. So let's see what all the fuss is about. Quite citrusy on the nose, quite oaky, really nice. Wow, okay. Okay, yeah, big boy drip. Really nice, really sweet. You can taste like honey, but not very sweet kind of honey, almost like, you know, when you chew on a honeycomb, there is a bit of smoke as well. There's a bit of citrus, a bit of like banana, pineapple, something like this. Wow, this is sensational. Definitely taste some smoke here. What a pairing. These two, or shall I say these two, a match made in heaven. Sensational. Absolutely love it. Wow, the retrohale, guys. Amazing, amazing retrohale. So smooth, amazing. It's quite light, actually. Not even medium. It's still light body. But I mean, look at that burn. It is just sensational. Snow white ash. What else can you ask? Wow. A bit of white pepper on the nose on the retrohale. Yeah. But super subtle, like you can barely sense it. Yeah, this is sensational. I got only 3 cigars from Caliman Caribe on the event. I was hesitant to get the full box because it's not cheap. It was expensive, but I'm thinking I'm gonna go back and buy one. I cannot explain how satisfying the retro hell is on this cigar. Lost for words. Retro hell on this cigar is spectacular. Out of this world. Oh, this spring bank is amazing as well. Guys, I feel in heaven right now. Tonight was supposed to be between this and a Bolivar Libertador. I have a friend of mine, he's a collector. He's sending me the Mercaderes and the La Reina and the Ramon 898. And I bought a few other bits from him. He gave me a Bolivar Libertador, which is original release. I think it's circa 2013. So it was between that and this. I'm kind of happy I started with this because I'm gonna go to the Bolivar later. I'm not gonna include it in this video, and I'm not gonna shoot a video with that particular Bolivar Libertador, but I'm gonna make a Libertador video very soon. This cigar comes in a commemorative humidor, which is like a treasure chest. It's basically another way of Habanos showing that nod that, you know, San Cristóbal de la Habana is very, very special to them as a brand. Quite a sensational edition, and I can't wait to try the Mercaderes as soon as they come in. I'll make a video of that as well, guys, to let you know. But this 20th anniversary, it's only just been back in production recently. This is original release 1999, debuts at the 11th Habanos Festival. For the longest time they were post-production. Right now they're coming back to the market. If you can get your hands on this treasure chest, just go and buy one. Just go and buy one. You're not gonna regret it. It's expensive, it's worth it. On the subject of Habanos and prices, a lot of people have a very skewed misconception about pricing of Habano Puro. Now, many people think that Habanos are releasing cigars on different prices in different countries. Wrong. They think that Habanos picks their markets based on I don't know what. Wrong. Here's how Habanos works, at least what I know about this. And if I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comments below. Habanos has established a global network of exclusive distributors. This means that a particular company has contracted with Habanos X amount of years ago. They've been given a territory to service, and they are the exclusive distributors for the territory they service. That means they run a monopoly in that territory. For example, Caliman Caribe, Bulgaria, and another 11 countries, Hunters in Francau, the UK, Guernsey, Jersey, and certain other territories of the UK, and places like Ireland as well, although it's not part of the UK. Northern Ireland is, but I'm not going to give you a lesson on the UK history. Another example is Tabacalera in Spain, Koprova in France, Laguito in Benelux, Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg, and so on and so on and so on. Each of those companies are given an allotment of cigars each month, usually in the beginning of the month, around between the 1st and the 10th day of the month. They receive shipment. That shipment goes into duty-free warehouses. They decide when to import the cigars that they've received, and the government in which they service will then impose import duty, tax duty, and the customer has to pay VAT off the back of the purchase. Each country has a different import duty percentage and cost, a different tobacco duty percentage and cost, and a different VAT percentage and cost. Meaning, if a cigar costs £5 and the percentage of duty is £10, that's 50p on top. And you've got import taxes of another 10%, that's another 50p on top. And you've got VAT of 20%, that's £1 on top. That cigar is going to be £7 in a country. In a different country, if those percentages are double, the cost will be double, the end price will be double. Here's an example. The UK has the highest tobacco tax in Europe, has the highest import duty in Europe, and it has a duty of 20, and it has a VAT of 20%. All of these accumulated costs lead to a very high price, the highest in Europe. Additional problem comes the way in which the distributors distribute Habano Puro. What I mean by that is, but before I go on that direction, although the UK is the highest, Spain has the lowest tobacco tax. Bulgaria is in number 2, and off they go. One after one European country after the other. With Andorra, which is duty-free for all intents and purposes, is the cheapest place on the continent you can buy Habanos cigars. So then we come to the distribution network model, I'll call it. Here's a good example. The UK relies on retail networks, which means private individuals can open limited companies or whatever type of companies they choose to have. It doesn't really matter. It could, I think it actually does. It needs to be a limited company anyway. The way Hunters works is, as far as I've been told, and I haven't spoken to Hunters themselves to confirm this, but I've been told this from one of the cigar lounges in Surrey. Apparently you have to have a brick and mortar shop, otherwise they won't speak to you. If you've got an online business, they don't want to deal with you until they see that you've got a brick and mortar shop, which is quite weird, because I don't think that retailers like GQ Tobacconist or My Smoking Shop or others that I know have brick and mortar shops. But I'll take his word for it until I have the opportunity to speak to a Hunter's representative and ask for a confirmation. Basically what that means is we've got a recommended retail price from Hunters. These retailers usually will get a percentage discount, and I can't comment on what that percentage is because I'm not a distributor and I'm not a seller, so I don't know. And based on that discount, they're supposed to sell them on recommended retail price. Pretty much no one does in the UK, apart from a few online retailers, and they still don't do it on the cost, on the price that I think Hunters is supposed to offer them to the public. Case in point is the Trinidad Cabildos. The Trinidad Cabildos at launch had a recommended retail price of £700 per Humidor 5. I know that because I heard that on the launch event from a Hunters representative who will remain nameless. I haven't seen a £700 price for quite a while. It was the price in the beginning, then they disappeared very, very quickly. They got bought out. And after that, I haven't seen them. And now I see prices north of £900, north of £1,000 for a box of 10, which is, you know, £200, £300, £400 on top of what the recommended retail price is supposed to be. Habanos they don't usually increase the prices, as far as I'm aware, unless it's year-on-year increase, which is the normal one, which each country does. Like, for example, in Bulgaria, every April, prices jump up with single-digit percentages, but they still jump up. But prices in the UK tend to skyrocket all the time. Prices in Italy, regional edition cigars, skyrocket. They come up, they come out, they get offered to the public for the first week, 10 days, then they disappear, and then they become double. This is exactly what happened with the Ramon Leones Nuelas, the jar from a few years ago. This is exactly what's going on right now with the St. Louis Rey Lacuna. It's not available. If you can find it, you're lucky, and it's not on the launch price. Launch was €210. Right now they're €300. But I think that is the government increasing the price, not the retailers. although the Ramona Leones Noelas was supposed to be 500 and something euros, and then they disappeared magically 2 weeks later. They appeared and they were no longer owned by the shops. They were private collector owned, and they are now 1100 euros, 1200 euros. You can do the math. You can see what's happening. This happens in many countries. One exception that I'm aware of, not that I'm Bulgarian, is Bulgaria. It cannot happen in Bulgaria. Cannot happen. The reason why it cannot happen is because Kaliman Caribe own their own distribution network, their own retail network. So they service the 11 countries and territories that they've been given by Habanos, and the price of any cigar that they sell is the same in their retail shops. It's the same in a lounge. It's the same everywhere they sell, because they don't rely on retail network, on third-party people that can, price gouge as they wish, essentially. Because let's face it, Cuban cigars for the last 4 or 5 years have been in such high demand, it's such low supply, that prices are being made up left, right, and center. And there's a grey market. There's resellers that travel the continent, buy and then sell with markups of 50, 70, 100%. And it's just the reality, unfortunately, in which we live in. In Bulgaria, that doesn't happen. The owners of Kaliman Caribe have taken care of that by basically building their own retail network, so they control the price, and the price is what it's coming from Habanos with the Bulgarian government taxes. That's the price. That's why prices in Bulgaria are not high. Spain, similarly. Tabacalera, mind you, is 100% owned by Habanos. That's another reason why they're going to have better supply. Not so much about the price, but better supply, a lot better supply than other countries. So that's pretty much it, how it works, ladies and gents. Nothing to do with Habanos. I know that many people would want to blame Habanos. It's the easiest thing. They're the manufacturer. They're there to blame. They're the devil. No, they're not. Unfortunately, they are not. The people downstream are. I personally haven't been to Cuba, but I've got quite a few friends that have, and what they're telling me is the prices in Cuba are not that different than the prices in Bulgaria. Cheaper, but not massively cheaper, which basically tells me exactly what I've been saying up until now. It's not Habanos. Okay, halfway through, let's try the Retrohell. Still nice. A little bit harsh, but still nice. A lot of caramel is now coming out. A lot of honey, a lot of dark chocolate. It's a really flavorful cigar. I can't stress this enough. Really flavorful, really nice. It does pick up on strength now. It's probably going into a medium, light to medium. I'm assuming by the last third it's gonna be a solid medium and a lot richer than now. But I think that's it from me for tonight. I'm gonna enjoy the last third in peace. Don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe and all that good stuff. Check out the Telegram group, subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, ask any questions, put some wishes on what you want me to review. Like I said in the previous videos, I'll try my best to review anything you want me to, or if you've got any questions about Cuban cigars, about Habanos, about a particular distributor, whatever, about a particular cigar, about a particular event, just ask. I'm more than happy to help and oblige. I'm more than happy to sit and do an entire video on the subject. Not a problem whatsoever. So yeah, that's gonna be it from me for tonight. I hope you liked it. A little bit shorter tonight, but I hope you enjoyed it. That's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Katie. These were my Leaf Diaries. Enjoy your evening. Well, tonight's Friday, so enjoy your weekend ahead. Although when I post it, it's going to be post weekend. But anyway, Enjoy your evening, your weekend, your day, whenever you're watching the video. I'll catch you in the next video.